I'm Michael Link, and welcome to the Depository, where we explore the depths of Christian theology through AI. Please note the voices ahead are AI generated. We vet each episode but ask that you listen with both faith and reason. Let's dive in.
Okay, for this deep dive, we're going into a single, really frantic scene from the Gospels. It's the only look we get at Jesus as a boy.
We're in Luke chapter 2, verses 41 to 52, the finding in the temple.
Right. But before we get to the theology, let's just start with the sheer human panic of it all.
Yeah, you have to put yourself there. You're in Jerusalem for Passover. The city's just packed. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people.
And your 12-year-old son is gone.
He's just missing.
You know, as a parent, you lose your kid in a grocery store for 30 seconds, and it feels like an hour. 3 days in a chaotic city. That's just crushing.
It is. And people wonder, why did it take them so long to even notice he was gone?
It seems strange at first.
Well, the travel customs of the time really explain it. On pilgrimage, the men would travel in one large company and the women in another.
And the kids would just sort of move between the two groups.
Exactly. So Joseph probably figured Jesus was with Mary. Mary assumed he was with Joseph. It's totally plausible.
So they go a full day's journey before the panic even sets in.
A full day. And then they have to turn back. The stakes were just incredibly high.
So after those 3 agonizing days, they finally find him. Let's go to the text. This is from Luke chapter 2, verses 46 and 47. Quote, "And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, hearing them and asking them questions, and all that heard him were astonished at his wisdom and his answers."
And that detail is so important. It really flips a common idea on its head, you know?
The idea that he was just there showing off.
Precisely. The text is specific. Hearing them and asking them questions. He, the source of all wisdom, is modeling the humility of a student. He's engaging, not just lecturing.
Which makes the confrontation when his parents arrive even more intense. Mary comes in, and you can just feel her exhaustion and sorrow. Here's Luke chapter 2, verse 48. "Son, why hast thou done so to us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing."
It's such a human question.
Yeah.
And the answer he gives is, well, it's the first recorded divine claim from him. It's shocking.
Let's read it. Luke chapter 2, verse 49. "How is it that you sought me? Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business?"
My Father's business.
Yeah.
Not, our Father. My Father.
That is an earth-shattering pivot. He's drawing a clear line, isn't he?
He is. The commentators are very clear on this. With those words, he's showing that God, not Joseph, is his true father. It's a declaration of his whole mission.
But here's the paradox, and I think this is the core of it all. Right after this ultimate claim to divinity, what happens?
He doesn't stay. He doesn't start his public ministry.
He just goes home.
He just goes home. And that's the astonishing part. Luke's gospel immediately follows up with this. Let's read Luke chapter 2, verse 51.
"And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject to them."
They're subject to them. Think about that. The Lord of the law, the one who just distinguished his divine fatherhood, immediately goes back to submitting to human authority.
And that act itself is deeply theological. When you look at the church's teaching on the Fourth Commandment, honor your father and mother, it's because parents are seen as images of the immortal God.
So by being perfectly subject to Mary and Joseph, Christ is actually sanctifying that commandment. He's elevating the small, quiet, daily duties of family life.
Making them sacred.
Exactly. A reflection of divine order.
So if you zoom out, it's like he reveals his crown for one single stunning moment in the temple, only to immediately hide it again, choosing to serve quietly in Nazareth for almost 2 more decades.
It proves that true authority, even God's authority, finds its perfection in service and obedience. He grew in wisdom and grace through subjection, not through public displays.
And that leads us into the great mystery of the hidden life, doesn't it? 18 years where we hear almost nothing.
Just silence and obedience.
So the question this deep dive really leaves us with is this. If the Son of God spent nearly 2 decades perfecting the virtue of quiet daily subjection, what does that singular hidden example reveal to you about the real value of service and obedience in your own life?